Thank you, Kaoru-san, and good morning, good afternoon. My name is Risa KIKUCHI from Global Environment Center Foundation, JEC. I would like to first share my screen presentation. Okay. Can you see the presentation? Yeah, okay. So I am delighted to have this opportunity to speak to you about JCM financing program on behalf of our organization. JEC is an implementing organization of financing program for the JCM model projects. Today, I would like to talk to you about the overview of the JCM financing program, introduce some of the JCM model projects already selected, and give you some information about JCM Global Match. Is it? Okay. So let me start with the JCM financing program overview. On October 10th, 2022, the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka and Japan signed the Memorandum of Cooperation on the Joint Crediting Mechanism. As a result, JCM officially launched in Sri Lanka, becoming the 23rd partner country. On October 13th, 2023, as it's already mentioned, the first joint committee was held in Bataramula, where the first JCM model project was approved. The slide shows the scheme of the financing program for the JCM model project. As an implementing organization, JEC, our organization, undertakes the administrative work for the JCM model projects from the Ministry of the Environment of Japan. Selected projects will be able to receive financial support on the facilities or equipment with advanced decarbonizing technologies for the reduction of GHG emissions. As an important point to mention about this scheme is that it utilizes financial support to introduce advanced technologies and produce products that are not yet prevalent in the partner country due to being costly, even though they are capable of effectively reducing GHG emissions. The emission reduction made by the project will be monitored, reported, and validated, and finally issued as JCM credits, which will be shared between the partner country and Japan. This is the timeline of the model project for the fiscal year starting in April. We accepted proposals till the end of November 2023. Selected projects will go through administrative processes for finalizing the contract of financial support. After the completion of the contract, the projects can officially start as JCM model projects. This slide shows the development steps of a JCM model project. When developing a project, first of all, you have to find a Japanese partner to work with. I will touch upon a matchmaking tool later in this presentation, but proposals can be submitted by a Japanese partner as the representative participant. JEC assesses and evaluates each proposal and select projects with the Ministry of the Environment of Japan. This is the outline of JCM model project for fiscal year 2023. The budget is approximately 15 billion Japanese yen, or about $109 million US for the period of 3 years. The maximum amount of financial support per project is 2 billion Japanese yen, or about $14.5 million US. Scope of financing, as you can see here, covers facilities and equipment that reduce CO2 from fossil fuel combustion and related construction costs for installation of these facilities. Selected projects can start from the date of the notice of contract of financial support. Please note that sales contracts and purchase orders must be conducted after the completion of contract of finance. A JCM model project needs to finish installation within 3 years. This figure shows a typical form of an international consortium. A representative participant has to be a Japanese entity, and at least one partner participant needs to be a partner country's entity. Project participants are responsible for the project entirely. Partner participants must own and use equipment introduced by the model project. This is because these facilities and equipment need to be properly operated and maintained for GHG emission reduction activity throughout the monitoring period to be able to issue JCM credits. So what kind of projects are supported by the JCM financing program? Some key points are as follows. Projects must reduce energy-related CO2 emissions generated by burning fossil fuels by the introduction of leading decarbonizing technologies. B, projects should contribute to the achievement of SDGs in the partner country and comply with the relevant laws, regulations, and international practices. C, achieved reduction of GHG emissions must be measured and quantitatively calculated and verified for issuance of JCM credits. They are described in the guidelines for submitting proposals posted on our website, which you can refer to for more details if you would like. JCM model projects should contribute to the sustainable development of the partner country. We review projects in what ways they can contribute to sustainable development goals. This slide shows an example of possible contribution in the case of a renewable energy project. We believe that model projects have potential to contribute to various goals other than just the energy and environmental areas. This is a table of applied technologies for each partner country for this year's selection. It's a bit complicated, but it's based on the number of projects on this table, maximum financial support is indicated. If a proposed technology is the first one, the maximum financial support is 50% of the total cost of a project, where the cells are blank on this table. The rate goes down to 40% and 30%, depending on the number of already applied technology in each country. For Sri Lanka, as the first solar power project was selected in 2023, the maximum percentage for solar power plant will change when we start a new call for proposals for the next fiscal year, 2024, which we are expecting in April. This is a criterion of cost effectiveness, that is the amount of financial support divided by the total amount of GHG emission reduction. We set this value as less than 4,000 yen per ton CO2, which is about $30 US, and this becomes a ceiling of the budget for some projects. We also have a guideline for specific technologies such as solar power and hydropower. We set the suitable values of cost effectiveness to 2,500 yen for solar power and 500 yen for a hydropower project. That's per ton CO2. This is a JCM Eco Lease scheme. It was introduced in 2020. It's dedicated for leasing businesses. The financial support under the scheme is set uniformly to 10% of the project cost. So one of the main purposes of JCM is to issue JCM credits. This shows the procedures we should follow for the issuance of JCM credits. We, as JEC, also support the MRV process. This is the slide that shows the MRV process. MRV stands for Measurement, Reporting, and Verification. This takes place after the installation of the equipment and facilities and when operation starts. Today, we won't go into details on this process. Next, I will share with you the JCM model project trend. On this map, you can see the JCM model projects categorized by applied technology type here. To date, there are 240 projects selected all over the world. The number of dots indicates the selected projects in each partner country. The different colors of the dot indicate the technological sector. We hope that we will receive many applications for the projects in Sri Lanka next year. In 2023, 13 projects have been selected so far. From this year, a new process of sending a project idea note, PIN, to each partner country and receiving a no objection for the proposed project has been added to the selection process. The first project in Sri Lanka followed this process, and we are still now in the final process of our screening, and we hope to announce more selected projects shortly. This chart shows an accumulated number of projects by sector for model projects. Blue line shows energy saving, orange line shows renewable energy, and other color lines are at the bottom of this graph. The pie chart on the left, on top left, shows the energy saving and renewable energy sectors dominate the JCM model projects. As a recent trend, the number of renewable energy projects have been increasing and exceeded that of energy saving. This chart on the left shows only the renewable energy sector. PV system accounts for the largest portion, about 78%, which has been steadily increasing from the early stage of the model project. The second is mini hydro system, then biopower generation system. In this sector, there are wind power system, geothermal power generation system. Renewable energy projects tend to contribute for mass reduction of CO2s, and we anticipate to have more proposals and also welcome to add variation in this field. This chart shows all energy saving projects proposed till today. As you can see, a variety of technologies have been selected as JCM model projects. Oops, sorry. So now let me introduce to you some recent JCM model projects. So this is the solar power project selected for this fiscal year as the first JCM model project in Sri Lanka. The generated power will be sold to Ceylon Electricity Board, replacing a part of grid power generated from fossil fuel. This project will contribute to expand power generation capacity in Sri Lanka while reducing GHG emissions. You'll be hearing more about this project in the next session, I believe. This is a 20 megawatt flash geothermal power plant project in Tanawan area of the Philippines. The power plant will be connected to the grid, replacing a part of the grid power generated from fossil fuel. This flash geothermal power plant is relatively small in scale, but it contributes to the sustainable renewable energy supply. I will skip some of the projects. This is a waste to energy project in Bac Ninh province in Vietnam. Currently, 230 tons per day of municipal solid waste is landfilled. At this newly introduced plant, 500 tons of waste will be incinerated to generate electricity. With this new scheme, proper waste treatment is done to avoid methane to be released to the atmosphere, supplying electricity to the grid at the same time. This is a combination system of a rooftop solar system and gas cogeneration system for the tire factory in Thailand. Generated power and steam will be consumed in the factory. These high efficient systems and renewable energy sources realize energy saving and stable energy supply. Cogeneration system is effective, especially for factories when they consume a large amount of heat. This project is a 48 megawatt offshore wind power generation project in Vietnam, also in Vietnam. This project site is 100 meters to 2 kilometers offshore in Duen Hai district, and the generated power will be sold to Vietnam Electricity, which will replace fossil fuel originated electricity. This will be the first wind power generation project as a JCM project. Okay, from here, let me give you a brief introduction to the JCM Global Match. JEC provides a matching service on our website, which is called JCM Global Match. JCM Global Match is an entirely free of charge business matching platform which supports development of JCM model projects. There are 3 things you can do at JCM Global Match. First, you can find a potential business partner to develop a JCM model project and apply for the financing program. Second, you can advertise your company using specialty card so that other companies that are interested in what you do will be able to contact you. Thirdly, you can discuss your business with potential partners. You can obtain company list by 2 ways. By clicking on Japanese enterprises on the top page or clicking on specialty. Please be noted that you can only obtain the list after you register on JCM Global Match. Next, you can promote your company from My Specialties page. There are many companies of various business sectors already registered on this platform. By registering your specialties, your potential business partner will be able to find you and contact you. This function will be available after your registration. Thirdly, you will be able to have an open discussion with the party that contacted you or who you would like to contact through this website, through this platform. All the explained functions are entirely free of charge, so we strongly recommend that you take this opportunity to register yourself. To access JCM Global Match, just search or use the link up here, or you can also scan the QR code here with your cell phone. Register today and find new opportunities. JEC also accepts consultation on the JCM model projects and financing program all year round. You can make a request through our website. To conclude my presentation, let me show you a list of the representative participants of selected JCM model projects to date. There are many Japanese companies taking part in this scheme and cooperating in the reduction of GHG emissions in partner countries. Their business extends to a variety of fields such as wholesale, retail, food, chemical, textile, and so on. It is important to encourage participation for further expansion of the JCM model project, so we continue to make efforts to encourage companies to participate to create more projects in order to promote action for GHG emission reductions in Sri Lanka as well. Over many years, various technologies have been implemented as model projects from lighting in retail stores and the solar power system to shopping malls, heat pumps in hotels to a variety of production equipment in factories in the industrial field. So you have a lot of opportunities to make use of model projects to accelerate and reinforce infrastructure in Sri Lanka. We're waiting for many proposals for JCM model projects in Sri Lanka. I hope my presentation has helped you with your understanding of the JCM model project. Thank you for your attention.